99% of it is. It's bad faith actors selling speculative assets, making value out of nothing, pretending it somehow has real.
This motherfucker, holy shit, bro. This dude is Mogul Mail is so poppin'. I really got to do this. I wish I had more time on my hands to just like do basically this.
World good, while actually hoping a greater fool comes along to buy it at a higher price at the
1.3 milli on this, dude. That's crazy.
bottom of the pyramid, so the people at the top of the pyramid can sell it and make money from them. That, to me, that doesn't seem like a good thing, but we're going to ignore that and not act like every single crypto is a scam, so we can talk about today's drama, which is about Logan Paul and, of course, his cryptocurrency that he made, CryptoZoo. He's the majority owner in it, and it was exposed a couple weeks ago by CoffeeZilla to be an alleged scam in a 3-part docuseries. Now, you can go check that out, but we are talking today about the update, which is Logan Paul's response to CoffeeZilla. Now, before we jump into the actual
Ludwig,
video,
not
I think
all
it's
of it, but
important
some
to
of it he
read
does on
this
stream.
tweet from Logan Paul, which says, while I generally appreciate Steve...
I just don't have... Dude, you do this every day, but it goes on the clip channels, no joke. I mean, I kind of do it, but the reality is that I don't have the bandwidth to just like basically cover one story a day and give it my all and like preset all of the fucking tabs ahead of time, like everything that I'm going to pull up from it. You know what I mean? I mean, I used to do this. I used to do a version of this basically, not from my desk, but in front of a green screen. And it was incredibly popular. That's how I started off. You know? But I don't know. We'll see.
Steven,
he doesn't even have a script. Yeah, he does. He has bullet points. He's relying on the bullet points that he has, and then he has videos that he uses as like a lifeboat, basically, like a raft. Where if he like runs out of something, he can quickly click to the next video. He knows like what he's gonna say in between, and basically move on from one bullet point to the next one. I know how he does it. I've done stuff like this.
They're close like that. And his creative genius and exceptional work ethic. I mean that. This one is simply not true. All right, wow, he really likes him. Creative genius and exceptional work ethic. Let's take a look at the video.
Charlie does it. Ludwig does it.
From an investigator to a gossip channel. You see, CoffeeZilla tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance. But
okay, wow, we went from creative genius to the Keemstar of crypto in finance, which, if you haven't picked up on yet, is an ad hominem attack, a logical fallacy, so that instead of arguing the actual points like, hey, Logan, I think the crypto you made is kind of a scam, he's able to say, no, the person who's arguing against me is a cringe idiot, so none of it matters, and I don't have to argue it, which happens.
It's an ad hominem.
Happens a lot in this video and was wildly disappointing. Now, it is worth noting that this isn't Logan's first
fucking nerd
rodeo. He doesn't really bring it up in his video at all, but he's done a little bit of crypto scamming before, specifically with an NFT called Dink Doink that he was a part of, and I'm going to show you just 5 seconds of it, and I'm sorry that I'm going to show you, but watch.
On drugs, if you think.
Oh! You ready, Dink Doink? Let's do this.
Incoming!
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I showed you any of that. Anyway, that's Dink Doink. Oh, it has all gone to shit. Right, yeah, because it's a scam. Anyway, this is Logan Paul's second attempt. It's CryptoZoo. But let's actually listen to Logan Paul's real arguments against CoffeeZilla. And the first one has to do with his argument against Coffee.
You got the original logical fallacy wrong. Had to spend like 20 minutes finding the correct one. I love that. That's hilarious.
CoffeeZilla's reporting about the actual creator of the technology of CryptoZoo.
Coffee, you interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely, as the internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery, armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other for, surprise, obstructing the legal process. I can see why you kept him anonymous.
Well, wait, to be clear, you hired this guy to develop the app. Like, that was his job. He was developing the tech. So you're making fun of CoffeeZilla for not reporting that, but you hired the guy. Also, what's wrong with hiring a felon? Sometimes they need jobs. It's a really difficult thing to get a job after being a felon.
Who will
Good
be
take.
calling
Good
Z
take.
here.
I guess among many things, it doesn't surprise me that he lied about having 30 engineers and a $50,000 a week burn rate.
On my end, I have 30 engineers. I'm earning $50,000 a week.
Which, side note, is how this delusionist landed on the $1 million code ransom, but
I think one of the funniest parts about this video is that, like, if Logan Paul had taken the time out to, like, literally talk to CoffeeZilla, obviously he still would have looked bad because, like, he was clearly engaging in a fucking scam, but he at least could have given him, CoffeeZilla, this information.
it turns out he only had 3 engineers. Wouldn't someone with journalistic integrity know their credible source had not only an agenda,
It's like kind of the whole point of why he reached out to you. Kind of the whole point as to why he reached out to you, brother. Also, am I crazy or does Logan Paul increasingly look more and more like his the guy, his imposter? What's the one that Jeff Wittek found? Like, wasn't there a guy who looks like Logan Paul? I see him sometimes on my fucking Instagram. Is he the emo guy? He met him, yeah.
Meeting my doppelganger for the first time.
Yeah, that's nuts. You're me, dude.
Dude, that's so weird. That's so fucking weird, bro.
Meeting my doppelganger for the first time.
He just looks like Logan Paul on crack, which Logan Paul is looking more and more like now. You should meet one of your lookalikes. There aren't any.
but a fondness for orange jumpsuits.
So, okay, we're supposed to be mad at CoffeeZilla for not knowing that this developer was a scammer and a fraudster. But shouldn't we be mad at you, Logan, for hiring this fraudster and getting millions and millions of impressions on your new technology that was being developed by a fraudster? And the hundreds of people who watch your videos to invest in a project led by a fraudster? Like, okay, fine, we can say CoffeeZilla is a bad journalist if we are also allowed to say that Logan Paul is so inept that he hired a fraudster and scammed his viewers from ineptitude, which he does kind of address.
Or did you just hear what you wanted to hear and moved on? Because even if you're lying to yourself, Steven, you still have to
Keep it
believe
going, keep it going.
And I know what you're thinking. What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Zach Kelling?
Yep, me. I'm wondering that.
I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional con man that I have since learned fooled billionaires, the Mormon Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and now me. And
Did you perhaps learn that Eddie Ibanez was a con man from a video made by CoffeeZilla where he went in depth on how...
No, that's literally where he learned it. He also learned it, the $6 million thing as well, from this video, 100%.
Eddie Ibanez was...
The same video that he's like literally criticizing and saying is bad and fucked up and made by a biased person, which is hilarious.
Con man? I mean, this is weirdly damning evidence on how just incredibly inept Logan Paul was in developing CryptoZoo. Not only was the developer, he hired a fraudster, he also hired a con man known as Eddie Ibanez, and then he also hired another guy named the Crypto King, who's another fraudster. Where are the competent people on your team? When do you take responsibility as the founder of the project and the person with the majority share in the product for the project failing? Like, you hired those guys. That's your...
Not inept, he was in on it? No, he is inept. Why does Ludwig care? What do you mean? It's a huge story. Like, it's popping story. Look at this. He got 1.3 million views in 20 hours, of course. But also, this is what he does. The mogul news guys, I can't even talk. Mogul male guy, who is a right-wing YouTuber, okay? This is what he does. He covers shit. But the thing I was gonna say is like Logan Paul was inept. Okay, I said mogul mute. Yeah, this is Mr. Mail. He was inept. If he wasn't inept, he would have fucking hired scammers. Again, of course, you got to do that. Obviously, you know, if you want to do a scam, you got to hire scammers. But he would have hired scammers that didn't scam him in the end. Okay, that's what he would have done if he wasn't inept. His problem is he hired scammers who also ended up scamming him.
Your fault. That's your job. Anyway, he keeps going.
And surely you knew Emilio, the gentleman who supposedly let his child invest in a cryptocurrency, was allegedly responsible for 2 rug pulls before you interviewed him. So either you missed that or you knew it and failed to let the public know.
Okay. Now this
is weaker than his other mogul mails, by the way. He just reacted.
Has a little bit of substance, but of course he's referring to one of the people that CoffeeZilla interviewed that were scammed by this project. He interviewed many other people as well. I mean, he interviewed this dude. He interviewed like 5-6 people, I think.
Says you, bitch. I know my shit is not good. That's why I like the one take Jakes.
CoffeeZilla. I watched her 3 parts.
Effect here is so insane. Holy shit, dude. Jesus Christ. He basically is just. He unironically is like, hey, I used to love your work, but also now that you've come after me multiple times, it's kind of fucked up. I'm just gonna say you're Keemstar.
Claim to be.
Do scams on my audience? Well, that guy's a bad guy. Oh, sick, man. Okay.
Other for surprise. Every individual like Zach Kelling. I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional con man that I have since learned fooled billionaires.
Well, also, for the record, like, he also revealed all this
the
shit,
Mormon
too.
Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and now me. And surely you knew Emilio, the gentleman who supposedly let his child invest in a cryptocurrency, was allegedly responsible for 2 rug pulls before you interviewed him. So either you missed.
Pause on your own content? No, I'm not. I just wanted to show you, like, I did this yesterday on stream as well. 21 minutes. We had additional information. But, like, I think it's not as good as doing a one-take Jake that you previously set up. That's what I was trying to say.
Any backgrounds, substantiate any evidence, took multiple criminals' words as.
Wait, he said the guys I hired are criminals. The guys I scammed are also scammers themselves. Also, now he's like threatening because he's like, you released in your investigation a conversation, a phone call from my manager. One, there are one-party states that exist for consent. Like there could be a one-party recording state that CoffeeZilla is in potentially. I don't know. But also, not only that, but doesn't he literally fucking say, CoffeeZilla, you're a bad journalist? Then he followed up by just basically admitting that he worked with a fucking known scammer, which CoffeeZilla also pointed out, like Crypto King is a known scammer, but I guess this Z guy is also a known scammer. Who gives a shit? Logan is the one who worked with him. He's now threatening, basically, like inferring, or I mean, alluding to the fact that he might actually sue CoffeeZilla for leaking the phone conversation between him and Jeff.
However, unlike you, the blockchain doesn't lie. So let's highlight some things that you did point out.
Okay, watched that video earlier today. Yeah, go watch my video, by the way, and leave it a like, please. Just that was my point, which is what I was gonna say. You know, pretty good. I think a pretty good video. I'm good, twin. Shut the fuck up, Pearl, man. Go watch it right now, or you're banned. But we saw it on stream already. Doesn't matter. Just give it a nice little fucking look see. You know, play it all the way through, baby. Just do it for the one time. I hate that guy. You shouldn't platform him. Fuck, I agree. He is a bit of a piece of shit, that guy. All right, let's get to the not piece of shit guy.
I think we're in the video total. And of course, that's just a classic example of the cherry picking fallacy where you take
oh my God.
one people in the 5 to 6 people that he actually interviewed who were scammed by Logan Paul's cryptocurrency and shows that this guy's a scammer, so you don't have to worry about the other people that were scammed. There were other people that he scammed that he interviewed, but Logan Paul just doesn't bring those people up. What about
He's a jock, by the way. You were doing ad hominems and cherry picking, sir.
those people, Logan? All right, this dude sucks. What about the other people? Doesn't make a lot of sense, but we'll keep going.
The subject line was third request for comment.
Now, this is another thing. So his first 2 big things were, hey, the people on my team were fucking idiots. How did you not know they were even dumber than you thought? The second thing was one of the guys you interviewed was actually a scammer. let's ignore the other people that you interviewed that I scammed. And then the final thing, one of his other big points, is that he didn't request for comment. He should have reached out to Logan directly to request for comment. Let's just listen.
Yeah, not quite. This will be my third time reaching out to you and your team. The first 2 times were through your manager, Jeff. The first 2 times were through your manager, Jeff. Okay, so the last time on Christmas Eve, after the fact, was to me. You have a funny way of twisting things. And I also noticed you left out that part on Twitter.
Okay, so his argument is that he never got reached out to comment, and that it's not enough that he reaches out to his manager, Jeff, because he is not Jeff. To which CoffeeZilla replied, oh, I also DM'd him on Instagram. Hey, Logan, I've been trying to reach people from the CryptoZoo team to get comment on the emerging story. To which Logan Paul actually replied. He replied and he said, if you expect me to see every DM that comes through from every social media gossip channel trying to make a name for themselves, you're ridiculous. Okay, that's fair. But if he does the effort of reaching out personally and then reaches out to your manager on multiple occasions, and then when he finally has enough notoriety and reaches out to you personally and you still don't respond, at what point do you take responsibility? Like where along the line are you in charge for fuck-ups? When along the line are you responsible for your own actions? If you're reached out to, all right, via personal means like Instagram.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. We already watched this yesterday. So I'm not going to watch the rest of this, partially because you already know what time it is. It's that time of the fucking night, baby. You already fucking know what time it is. I'm moving the fucking thing forward. I'm closing.